You're watching KXLF, Channel 4.1 Butte. Fair, accurate, to the point. This is Montana This Morning on Montana's news station.
Good Monday morning, Southwest Montana. Thanks for waking up with us on this Monday morning on Montana This Morning, 5:30 on 7/7/14, in case you like numbers.
Okay, I like number 7 plus 7.
7 plus 7, yeah.
Got it, yeah, no. Hey, great.
Still ahead on Montana This Morning, it's 5:37.
Reporting you can trust with Brooke Boone. Plus, Storm Tracker weather with Matt Elwell. This is Montana This Morning on KXLF. Fair, accurate, to the point. You're watching KXLF, Channel 4.1 Butte.
Now, your Storm Tracker first forecast.
Quick look at the national picture. Not a lot going on in the west U.S. Monsoon moisture flaring up. We'll come back to that topic. But the big weather news is Hurricane Irene working its way up the East Coast. Big impacts in the weekend forecast for those folks on the East Coast. Storm Tracker weather coming right up.
Fair, accurate, to the point. The 5:30 news starts now on KXLF, Montana's news station.
Coming up, some area fires double and...
Now, your Storm Tracker first forecast.
Quick look at the national picture. Not a lot going on in the west U.S. Monsoon moisture flaring up. We'll come back to that topic. But the big weather news is Hurricane Irene working its way up the East Coast. Big impacts in the weekend forecast for those folks on the East Coast. Storm Tracker weather coming right up.
Fair, accurate, to the point. The 5:30 news starts now on Kxlf-Kbzk-Tv, Montana's news station.
Lightning causes 5 brand new fires.
Accurate, to the point. The 10 o'clock news starts now on Kxlf-Kbzk-Tv, Montana's news station.
Tough to think about winter with 80s and 90s out, but you know it's coming, and Governor Schweitzer in Bozeman today on getting prepared and saving money. Plus, first day of school is in the books in Belgrade today, especially tough for one elementary after the recent death of the principal. And one of the notorious mountain men in court today on an alleged incident at Rock in the Rivers. Good evening.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the noon news from Montana's news leader.
Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. I'm Victoria Hill, filling in for Samantha Sullivan as she takes some time off. Our top story this hour, President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, now has an additional 3.5 years added to his prison sentence.
By the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 news from Montana's news leader.
A lineup of buses carrying students from across the area are bringing them all here to Belgrade to play basketball for tournaments. I'm Cody Boyer here in Belgrade with how businesses in the area are feeling the boom coming up.
Plus, don't forget we spring ahead early tomorrow morning. And St. Jude's does much more than provide medical care. Good evening, everyone. Glad you could join us here tonight on MTN News. I'm Emma Hamilton. Topping our newscast this evening, a 5-year-old Montana girl has been safely located in Pennsylvania following a 2-year search prompted by an abduction carried out by her mother 2 years ago.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news from Montana's news leader.
The 4th of July holiday is 5 days away, but things have been relatively quiet. I'm Annie Johnson, and I'll have that full story coming up.
Fireworks sales are up in Butte, so you can expect a lot of popping and a lot of complaints. I better go.
I'm Mike Dennison at the Capitol. The 2020 race for governor in Montana is definitely a study in contrast. I'll have more coming up.
Good evening. We're so glad to have you join us here on your MTN 10 o'clock newscast. I'm Donna Kelly.
And I'm Kevin Stanfield. A woman is gored after getting too close to a bison inside Yellowstone National Park. The woman is 72 years old and was visiting from California. Park officials say she got within 10 feet of a bison multiple times to try to take a photograph of the animal, and it charged. The incident happened on Thursday last week, June 25th, at her campsite at Bridge Bay Campground.
Death comes to an assisted living facility hit hard by COVID-19.
Depression and even suicide are all real challenges facing the senior population here in Bozeman. I'm Annie Johnson with that full story coming up.
People in Butte have been coming out in droves to take advantage of free COVID-19 testing.
COVID-19 is complicating things for everyone, including an 8-year-old girl who survived a terrifying ORV accident.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good afternoon. Always nice to have you join us. I'm Donna Kelly. Kevin is off for tonight. Yellowstone County health authorities announced earlier today that COVID-19 has claimed 3 lives at an assisted living facility in Billings. A woman in her 70s died Monday. A woman in her 80s died yesterday. And this morning, a man in his 90s passed away at the Canyon Creek Memory Care Center. A 2-day total confirmed cases at the facility reached 66 residents and employees.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
The Belgrade City Council meets tomorrow night to discuss zoning and the potential gravel pit that might go near a few neighborhoods. I'm Gabby Crevitt, and I'll have the story coming up.
Montana Tech and Butte have the funding to enhance the trail system west of Butte.
What happens when your sole mission is to help others, but then a pandemic comes and you might find yourself needing help? I'm Annie Johnson with that full story coming up.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on your MTN News. I'm Kevin Stanfield.
Hope you had a good holiday weekend. Nice to see you tonight. I'm Donna Kelly. The Gallatin City County Health Department reports 5 new COVID-19 cases today for a total of 32 since Friday. One case that was previously assigned to Gallatin County was reassigned to another county.
KVCK's Mike Hurd, Montana's best weathercaster. KXLF's Mike Hurd, Montana's best weathercaster.